refused to give up my reserved quiet study desk, so a professor could sit closer to his colleague, even after a staff member asked me to move. I'm a part-time graduate student finishing my thesis while working full-time. Because of a chronic migraine condition, I booked specific quiet desks at my university library during finals week. They cost extra $25 per 4-hour block, and they're the only spaces where noise, foot traffic, and overhead lighting are strictly controlled. I booked mine 2 weeks in advance for a 6-hour stretch on Saturday, because it was the only day I could make real progress. I checked in, scanned my reservation, and settled into desk Q14. Corner spot, wall outlet, adjustable lamp. I just set up my laptop and notes when a man in his late 40s appeared with a woman about the same age. Both had staff badges. The woman hovered behind him while he leaned over my desk. "Excuse me," he said. "Would you mind switching desks? We're collaborating today and want to sit together." I asked which desk. He pointed across the room to an open table near the printer station. No divider, no lamp control, constant foot traffic. I said no, I'd reserved this desk because of migraines. He smiled tightly. "It's still a desk. We're faculty, and it would really help our work." I told him faculty could also reserve quiet desks, and that I'd paid specifically for this one. His smile vanished. The woman sighed loudly and said, "Some people really don't know how to be flexible." They walked off. I thought that was the end of it. I put my headphones on and started writing. About 10 minutes later, a library staff member approached. She crouched slightly like she was trying to soften bad news. "Hi, would you be willing to relocate?" she asked. "One of our professors would like to sit with his colleague." I explained again that I paid for this desk due to a medical issue. She nodded but said, "We do try to accommodate faculty when possible. The other space is still within the library." "It's not the same type of space," I said. "This is a quiet, controlled desk." "That one isn't." She hesitated, then said, "We're just trying to support collaboration." That's when I noticed something. The woman professor was already seated at a quiet desk 2 rows over, alone. The man was the one standing. I said, loud enough for the nearby desks to hear, "She already has a quiet desk. He just doesn't want to sit separately." Heads lifted. A student 2 desks down paused mid-typing. Someone coughed. The staff member blinked. "Is that correct?" The male professor returned, clearly irritated. "That's not the point." "Then what is?" I asked. "Because I'm not giving up a paid, medically necessary desk so you can sit next to someone who already has one." The staff member straightened. "If both of you have reservations, then those are your assigned spaces. We can't ask another patron to move." "This is ridiculous," the man snapped. "Students have no respect for faculty anymore." "I'm also a paying patron," I said, and I booked ahead. He muttered something under his breath and walked back to the printer area table. The woman waved him off, annoyed, and went back to her laptop. About half an hour later, the staff member returned, quietly placed a "Do Not Disturb" sign on my desk, and adjusted the overhead lights so they didn't flicker. She apologized under her breath. I finished my 6 hours with minimal interruptions. No migraine. I submitted 2 chapters that night. As I packed up, I passed the printer station. The professors were no longer speaking. One was standing, arms crossed, clearly irritated. I walked out with my work done and my reservation intact.